Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon and welcome, Instagram. Welcome back to the Daily Trudge for Instagram. Looks like it's still it's catching up over there. So just be a little behind. Looks like it's behind by about 20 seconds. Yeah, okay. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little less. So I'll jump over to Instagram every now and again. But I can go live in 5 different places. I figured why not bring on Instagram? I'm on Instagram, but I don't really do much. It's it's a place where I can go and when I at least watch decent videos that aren't about stupid crap. They're more uplifting. So I don't want it to be inundated with crap. Hi Ingrid, it's good to see you. Good to see you. On Instagram, looks like we got Joyce and Miss Tiny Bites. Good to have you both. Keep in mind that the Instagram chat does not pop up here. So if you say something and I haven't quite gotten to it, I apologize. I'm not quite used to that setup yet, but I'll get used to it pretty quick. So, figure I'd add on Instagram, kind of see what happens. And this reading is a reading that one of my friends sent out. And then we're going to get more into Easy Does It. I always like to expand on these things. So let me get it pulled up here. And we will kind of get started. We're going to do some introductions first. Let me check Instagram, make sure nobody has commented. Okay. Apparently I was not entertaining enough, so they left. Okay. That's fine. It's just a trial. So we'll see how that goes. But welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion, and I am the host of the Daily Trudge. Been doing this for 7 years and 1 month today. I've gone live every day. In fact, if you're here, please say hello whether watching live or the rewatch. In fact, if I go to my email here and go to God bless it. Hold on. Why did it do that? Okay. I don't know what's going on with my email. I did notice that when I was setting up Instagram, it wanted to save it as a password. So I think it saved my stream. It fucking okay. I won't be doing that again. It's not, now my email's not coming up. So, all right. Well, let's just go ahead and do it. I'll take care of my email later. It does piss me off, though. Also, Dion at Trudging Together is not working. I've got to check this. I'm sorry. It won't take me long. I just got to log into gmail.com. All right. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll figure it out here in a second. So my Restream Insights, we'll go to my last stat, 78 weeks. That's all I was trying to look up. That means I have gone live every single day for the last 78 weeks. A year and a half. That means I have not missed a day in a year and a half. All right. Hey, Amber, good to have you. We're trying to add Instagram onto this. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let's get to it. Easy does it. This was actually a thing that a reading that Amber sent out. And I liked it. She said she really needed it today, so I figured I'd go ahead and utilize it. Just so you know, it is 2:22. All right. Love yourself alone. Janisek. I have no idea who that is. We often pick on ourselves. We put ourselves down, but doing this isn't part of our recovery. You gotta be nice to yourself, man. You've got to be. When we talk about patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love, it should certainly mean for you also. In fact, you're the first person that you should show kindness to. Out of everybody else in this world, you need to show you need to show kindness to yourself first. You need to love yourself more than everybody else in this world. And I'll tell you why. You're the only person in this world that can save you. Nobody in this world can save you. Nobody else can make you change. Nobody else can do these things for you. We can guide, we can be a part of it. I don't know what book it is, honestly, but it was for February 28th, if that helps at all. Amber would be able to tell us which book it is in, but I do not know. So I apologize for that, Ingrid. In fact, it is against our program. Our program is based on loving care. It's a daily reflection, but I don't know from which book. So we have turned our lives over to our caring, loving higher power who will give us the answers. We are told easy does it. We back off. As recovering addicts, we learn not to judge. Ooh-wee. You know, if anybody ever talked to me the way that I talk to me, oh man, I'd slap you upside the head. It wouldn't take long. I would slap you upside the head. No way I would. So why is it okay for me to give permission to myself to talk to myself like that? Why is that okay? It's not okay. There we go, or Ingrid. Keep it simple, Hazelden literature. So she meant, and Ingrid might have it. I'm mixing up your names. Sorry about that. All right. Instead, we learn to be kind to ourselves. Our job is not to figure out the world, right? So our job is not to figure out the world, but to add more love to it. So let's start with ourselves. I think you can only start with ourselves. You know, I couldn't do this program until I learned how to love myself, and that took me a little while. It took me a minute. If there was a person in this world I loathed, it was me. I'm the one that blocks me from the sunlight of the spirit. I'm the one that blocks me from happiness. Yeah, I did it because you'd put it in there. Needed to hear this today, so maybe it was just that part was passed on through it too. So, but isn't it cool how somebody can send us something, right? And it because it needs to be moved on. See what we do, and I'm not even just AA, but our lives and the things that we do. We're an ultimate pay it forward people. You know, oh, this really helped me out today. Well, you know, the people I hang out with are a lot like me, so maybe I should send this out and so that other people can enjoy it also. And what is that? Well, that's adding more love. That's adding more love, man. Woo woo. Woo woo. Right. Prayer for today. Higher power, stop me from judging. Help me know what you want me to do. Help me work steps 2 and 3. You can even go, God, help me be a little bit kinder to myself. You're quite, what are you doing for yourself today? You got to take care of yourself. Yeah, and there's quite often because I talk to a lot of different people, right? They always concern you. Are you doing things for yourself? Right? Like you go live a lot. Maybe you should do something for yourself. Right? That is for me. I I do it for me. Yeah. Oh, well, I thought you did that to help other people. Yeah, helping other people helps me. Makes me feel real good. I love me when I'm helping other people. That's when I love Dion the best. When I'm helping other people. There's nothing wrong with that. Do I take time to myself? Oh fuck yeah. I take all sorts of time to myself. I do. Shell says across everything I'm watching, self-love, peace in our heart, changes the world. We are powerful beings. We are. Action for today. Today, I will leave myself alone. I'll remember that picking on myself is another form of control. You know, what we say to ourselves matters. It's a psychological thing. This may not seem like a good example, but it is. But it is. You ever been looking for your keys? You couldn't find them, but they were right there. They were right there. Right where you left them. Or right where you knew they were, or something. They were in front of you somewhere, but you couldn't see them because you kept telling yourself, I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys. You know where they are? And they're sitting right there. Your brain blocked it out. It didn't see it because you told yourself that you couldn't see your keys. And it said, okay, we can't see our keys. It's true. It's true. So I went for an AI overview of Easy Does It. Kind of delve into that. I probably won't go more than 15, 20 more minutes. You know, it's been weird. These last couple of weeks, been like 5, 6 people now. Just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Oh, Dion, I didn't know you were here. Is this Dion's number? Is this? I've been leading a lot of people to me lately. Weird. It's weird. It's an indicator that I'm doing something. Right. And when I'm doing something and I see that I'm doing something right, I try and reinforce that. Right. So just I want to say weird. It's not coincidental. It is God. You know. Heck, there was a friend that showed up to a meeting and her sister was dying from this disease, died from this disease, and she needed a meeting. And she ended up in the grassroots meeting. She didn't know I ran it. In fact, she moved out of the country a few months back. We haven't really been in contact. You think it was by accident she was in that meeting? Last Saturday, when we had a young lady who needed to pour wine out, do you think that's by accident? No, it is not. God put her in the grassroots meeting on purpose because he needs her for something. That's what I saw. And isn't it cool to be a fucking, just to fucking be a little part of it? Isn't that cool? All right. Easy Does It is a phrase in the name of multiple resources, including a book, a grooming kit, and a therapy program. I don't think we're going to go for the grooming book. A meditation book for people in recovery from addiction. That's not what we're looking for. Housing, slogan. A slogan that has been part of the 12-step recovery community since 1939. Let's get to that. Hazelden Publishing. We like Hazelden, so we're gonna go there. Easy Does It is written. No, I'm looking for the quote. What does the proverb say easy does it mean? There we go. Telling someone to be careful and not use too much effort, especially when they are moving something large and awkward. We can kind of use that, right? Because what would be moving something large and awkward? Well, my alcoholism, right? Easy Does It is what's an example of Easy Does It? Can I put it down now? Yes, but oh my God. Where's Easy Deep? It comes from AA. I know that. I don't need that shit. Give me some examples of the slogan Easy Does It. All right. This is better. Easy Does It is primarily used in the context of Alcoholics Anonymous, meaning take things slowly, avoid extremes, and not overwhelm yourself with problems, especially one step at a time. Approach to dealing with challenges in life. Examples include when feeling stressed about work, remember Easy Does It and prioritize tasks one by one. Maybe you have something big that you need to get done. You know, maybe your room's a mess and you have a very large room, but the whole thing's a mess. If you try and tackle it all at once, it just doesn't quite work. Right? Do one corner. Do one corner. Do 10 minutes. Make it small. Okay. Now, it's important that somebody like Dion do this, and I am speaking to all alcoholics out there. I tend to make things bigger than what they are. I get overwhelmed kind of easy. Sometimes I walk around the house and there's just a bunch of little things everywhere, and it drives me fucking nuts because it's not in its place. But it's so much, I don't even know where to start. So I clean the stairs. What I did today. I swept them off the hallway. Trash needs to go out. I'll just grab that. You know, I gotta keep it smaller in my head because otherwise I won't get anything done. I won't get anything at all done. All right. So Easy Does It is real good for things that feel like that are too big. Things that might be too big for me. Right. Instead of trying to change everything at once, Easy Does It by making small gradual adjustments to your diet. If you're feeling overwhelmed with a new project, just Easy Does It. Focus on the most important steps first. All right. There we go. Key points. Focus on the present moment. Have you noticed something? Have you guys caught something? Everything comes back to this moment in time. It doesn't matter what we're talking about. And this would be opinion. My opinion is one day at a time, one moment at a time is probably the most important slogans in Alcoholics Anonymous. Without being in the moment, none of this matters. None of it matters. But almost every slogan, everything that we do brings you back to now. Brings you back to now because there's only one place anything can happen, and it's right now. Otherwise, it's a memory or a what if. And don't worry too much about the future or dwell on the past. Just focus on what you can control right now. Okay? Now, what will help with that? Well, reconciling your past. The fourth and fifth step will help you to Easy Does It. We kind of bring it up in the second step a little bit. Where we're like, but it's when we're trying to meet God. You don't have to overwhelm yourself with these things. We don't need to sit around and figure out what came first, the chicken or the egg. These are not things that Dion needs to try and discover, right? It's being in the moment. That's how like when my grandkids are over. What's a priority? Well, my grandkids are the priority, right? Even if they come and interrupt me. That you have a great yeah. How am I on band mix still? I've been looking to be in a band in fucking 5 years, and I don't want to be in a band. No, thank you. I wouldn't mind jamming with some people, but I don't want to be in a band again. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm having a hard time finding friends my age that are male. I can't find any. And it's actually kind of frustrating. Kind of frustrating, man. Because anyway, avoid rushing. Take your time and don't try to do much too quickly. Oh, I gotta get all this done. I gotta get all done. I gotta get done. ADHD applies to this also. ADHD. What else? Anxiety, PTSD, depression. Easy does it, man. You know, you ever wake up in the morning, you stub your toe, you're like, oh, if that's how the day's going to start out, I'm going to have a bad day. There you go. You're going to have a bad day, aren't you? Because you said so. Just because you said it, then yes, you will. All right. So you got to go back to gonna have a good day. Gonna make it, I try and listen to music in the morning that's a little bit more upbeat. Right. A lot of Jack Johnson, banana pancakes. All right. Here, I'll show you some of the stuff I listen to. I can't play it, right? But hey, why not? All right. Like right now, there's Jason Mraz. Right. Love me some Jason Mraz. There's some great white. See, there's Jack Johnson. Told you. All right. We got Hedwig and the Angry Inch, my favorite. That'd be my favorite transvestite in the whole world. I love that movie. Dishwalla, Billy Joel, Wheatus. Gotta have some Wheatus. I love some Chris Cornell, Count Crows, Adam Ant. These are just walking in method. I'm a big Coldplay fan. Live is my favorite band. We got some Sweet in here, Ballroom Blitz. All right. I was afraid I was losing people, so I figured. Oh, as far as friends? All right. I won't put anybody down. So, Sean Tyler, my sponsees. Leisure, I've never met face to face. We're friends, right? Daryl's my sponsor. He's going through a lot of stuff, and yeah, but those are good points. I guess I should add on to it with a lot of the same interests as me, right? So, and none other than Sean and Tyler and Leisure's the only one that's my age. The rest of them are not my age. So, but thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate it very much. So avoid rushing. Let's change the conversation now. All right. Maintain a relaxed attitude. Try and stay calm and composed when facing difficulties. It's kind of roundabout, doesn't really give you much there. Breathe. Breathe. Take deep breaths. That's what I do. I know it sounds corny. Go for a walk. Pray to God. Phone a friend. There's a lot of different ways to go read a book. What I do this almost every single day. I decompress. Because I don't know about you, but I have a lot of emotions throughout the day. A lot of different emotions. It isn't like this. I mean, it's still like this, but it's still a lot of emotions for me. So I needed to decompress and just kind of let it all be what it is instead, because otherwise what I will do is I will try and save the world. I will. And you let Dion off his leash, he will try and save the world, thinking he can. No. Right? Well, that brings us back to the next one then, prioritize self-care. Listen to your body, your mind, and don't push yourself beyond your limits. Also, and here's another thing especially for people with gut problems. When you eat, don't eat till you're full. Wait till you eat till you're almost full. That's when you're supposed to stop. Don't wait till you're I ate too much. Oh man, you lost your voice? Shit. Yeah, salt water. Gargle with salt water. That's the only trick I know from singers I've had in the past. So doing your nails, trying to hurry. I give a fuck about your nails. I'm just kidding. I do actually. It isn't that I don't care about your nails, because I don't care about your nails, but I do care about the fact that you want to look nice. That I care about. Because I know for my wife, um, I know for my wife, it's something that she does to make herself feel better. So doing your nails is actually a way of self-care. Yes, it is. Any other suggestions for Julia to help her with her lost voice? Um, Worst comes to worst, lip sync. Lip sync. I hope it comes back for you because I know how hard you work. I know how hard you work at being a part of that group. And I know that you had to overcome some things in order to even show up. So good job. Good job. Where does the phrase easy does it come from? And I'm going to kind of wrap up here because the 3 o'clock meeting's coming up. The phrase easy does it has deep roots in the history of Alcoholics Anonymous, originating from the early days of the fellowship. That doesn't tell you where it came from. It just said originated. Meaning where it came from, it would tell you why was it made up? How was it made up? Whose mouth did it come out of? Keep it simple came from Dr. Bob. But I can guarantee you these slogans didn't come from Bill and Bob themselves. There were hundreds of people, right? It's also in Living Sober. Let's go to that. We'll accept that. Yes, we will accept. No, I do not. Easy does it. One of the core slogans in AA meetings. Easy does it reminds us not to hurdle through this book or our lives, not to overdo things, methods of quieting, including paying our full attention to someone to restore equilibrium. That's a good way to easy does it. We do it in meetings quite a lot, right? A lot of times maybe somebody's talking and I'm not quite listening because I got too many things going on in my own brain, right? Or maybe I don't like them. Maybe I don't like them or I don't like them. But you gotta listen, man. You gotta listen. Easy does it. Take a breath and listen. Because I get just as much out of somebody speaking at an AA meeting that I may quote unquote not like. I still get just as much from them as the people that I do like. I do, you know. That's a child of God. You know, I can't ask for direction. You're supposed to ask for direction and then take it easy. Why? Because if I have all this stuff going in my head, I ain't gonna hear the answer. And God speaks through his children, as that's been my experience. There's been times I've had a few epiphanies, but is God talking directly to me? Not that I've heard. No, not from what I've heard. I'm not saying I haven't heard voices before. I have. Oh, I've heard voices before. But I was also in the dementia of my alcoholism. I used to hear somebody call my name all the fucking time when I was drinking. And there was nobody there. I used to mark those ones up to being ghosts. And yes, I do believe in ghosts in the afterlife. But this was not. This was Dion's alcoholic dementia. It was. That's scary shit, man. That is scary, scary stuff. So easy does it. It's going to also apply to your health, man. Well, easy does it has helped me with my heart and my overall physical well-being because I don't get worked up about my things and my heart going. You know, I think you guys may know what I'm talking about. Julia says, I have voices one time telling me directions to meet a mind date. The real question is, did you make it? That sounds about right. Thanks for that one, Julia. That was funny. So easy does it. Love yourself, man. Love yourself first. First. So, oh, you didn't make it? Probably a good thing. You just sit down, some guy's like, what are you doing? Well, you're my blind date. I'm not on a date. What are you talking about? Oh, you made it to Swedish Medical Center. It's probably better that you made it there. Yeah, yeah. Good job on settling that past, Julia, and turning it into something that we can kind of joke around about now. And it's not a joke, obviously, but it's good that we can laugh at these things. Laughter leads to healing. It means you've healed from it, right? You know, I thought about, I may still do, but it's a direct ripoff from Jeff Foxworthy, you know, because you might be a redneck if, he has those. If you wake up in someone else's, or if you wake up in somebody else's tub covered in your own urine, you might be an alcoholic. So I can add another one on here too. If you've ever taken directions from someone not there to meet a blind date, you might be an alcoholic. If you went to have one drink and had 20, you might be an alcoholic. I can go on like this forever. Gotta have some fun here, man. Gotta have some fun. So, all right, all right. 10 minutes to 3 o'clock. I'm gonna go get in there, see if they need any help. A lot of bombers this time of year. A lot of bombers. And by bombers, we mean people that come into the AA meetings and do a bunch of stuff. They're just complaining about a meeting I was at earlier. I thought to myself, grassroots has never had a bomber. Weird. It's not weird. It's God. And I didn't listen. We're not going to list it on OIAA. Even though it's a Zoom meeting, it's local. And not local. You're welcome, Amber. Thank you. And and I know a lot of people say, because I do a lot of things and I get thanked a lot. I gotta say it's my pleasure. It really is my pleasure. I get a lot out of all this stuff too. I have found the best way to learn is to teach. And so often I come on here and I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but it doesn't matter because God's got my back. I have a lot of courage when it comes to God. He got me through a lot of fucked up shit, man. A lot of people say that I'm vulnerable, and I appreciate that. I'm not vulnerable. I have a lot of courage, which is the opposite of vulnerable. But God, take it for what it is, right? All right, Chick-fil-A, love you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out and have a day.